Welcome to Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. I'm Suzanne, an interior designer, and if you're into interior design, you'll love it here. In this video, I am featuring brand new holiday items from Pottery Barn. Do you think it's a bit early? It's actually not. Last year they came out with all of their new holiday items in August. Now we've got a sprinkling, and as more come, I will be showing them to you. But I have several items for you today, and then dupes for those items, dupes for some favorite things from the holidays from last year. And then I've got a few things that I just wanted to share with you, holiday related, that are absolute bargains. So why don't we jump into it? However, I will ask you really quickly if you like anything in this video, Pottery Barn, the dupes, the other things that I've introduced to you, please use my tags and links to purchase them. You can do that by pausing this video and they should pop up unless you're watching on TV. Or you look at the description box. If you hit more, they should be right there. I want to thank you in advance for doing that, and I want to thank everyone who's done it so far. It really helps support my channel and the work that I do here. All right, let's jump in and get festive. This is the Holiday Love Quilt, handmade. It has the traditional look of patchwork, but the pieces of patchwork are alternative sizes. And then they have those beautiful shapes in there, a lot of hearts. There is embroidery with words. This is very specially made, and for a lot of handmade quilts, the price is a lot higher. Now, we'll look at this ticket price, I'm sure, as being a bit high, but for the value, it is worth it. So this is the hot commodity, I would say, of their holiday bedding, and I wanted to feature it first. The colors are traditional, they're very bright. If this is a little over the top for you, I have a lot of other options for you as well, and I do have dupes for these new items, like I said, so stay tuned for that. But I'm showing you all of the new items first, and here is the next one. The Santa Toile duvet cover and shams are a really nice option. Toile is a traditional look. It doesn't really go out of style, but the fact that it's been in fashion for, let's say, 2 years means that it might seem like it's out of fashion at some point. But I do like the way Pottery Barn mixes it with other items. So the adding in the dark red breaks it up a lot. I think it needs that. But I like it so much. It looks so cozy. Buying a duvet cover for the holiday bedding is a good idea because it doesn't take up as much space in your linen closet. But I do have alternatives for this as well. But I really like this one. It's more understated than the quilt, but it just depends on what's capturing your heart more. And I'm not sure. I like them all. It's hard to decide, isn't it? But let's take a look at another item, which is quite adorable, next. If you're not a slipper person, you might end up wanting to be one after you see these. So Pottery Barn's reindeer slippers are $39.50. They have multiple sizes to choose from. It's a unisex slipper, but they're really fun. I like the idea that it's a little bit less over the top with, I think I've said over the top twice in this video, sorry, but a little less wild because they've got the muted colors, and I think these colors are just beautiful. And they probably go with a lot of your outfits if you're wearing a lot of that linen and khaki and creamy colors in your wardrobe. So these are really fun. I know of a lady who puts her slippers on the minute she gets home and cooks dinner in them and does her cleaning. I'm not that person. One day I think I'll share my comfortable footwear, but it's not going to be today. But these are just so precious, and it would be a really fun thing to buy for the whole family too, wouldn't it? I do have a dupe for you though coming up, of course. Here's Pottery Barn's Holly Berry stoneware. You get 16 pieces, so you would need 2 of these for a crowd. And $248 is very expensive for buying all that. But of course, this would last you a lifetime. What this stoneware set is designed for, in my opinion, is your casual breakfast, brunch, or lunch for the holidays. It's not necessarily for your formal dinner, but a lot of people go casual these days, so you could use it in multiple ways. I like the way that they paired it with other items that they have, and I'm sure you do too. But having all of those pieces that coordinate is really nice and makes things simple. Now you'll notice that there are super busy patterns in a lot of the things that we're looking at lately, and that's just back in style. So if you already have your super duper patterned china for the holidays and you've been feeling like it's a little too much, well, it's back in style, so pull that baby out at this point. But if you haven't decided on one, this is a really pretty option, but we do have a dupe coming up later. This is a new shade for Pottery Barn's Marble Tree Cheese Board. So we've got 2 sizes and they're actually the same price each. They don't come as a set. Just mentioning. This is the first example of weird pricing that I'm going to show you in this video. This is Pottery Barn's only weird pricing, but for my dupes, you'll get some real bargains by taking advantage of the mistakes that companies make on their pricing. I guess they're rushing the holiday season. But anyway, I guess I would buy the large one for the $39.50 if I were you, if you like this. So gray was so in fashion, everything was gray, that we all got a bit tired of it, but you're seeing a lot of gray coming back at this point. And this is a pretty version of the cheese board. I think having a marble item on your kitchen countertops is a savior. It helps you not stain your countertops. If you're pouring red wine, you can throw a hot pot right on top of it and it's not going to damage it. Marble is so durable. And of course you could cut things on it, but it really is terrible for cutting. It kind of snaps when you hit it. It makes you'll feel the feeling on your wrist. But anyway, for serving cheese, isn't this just gorgeous? And what a wonderful hostess gift or host gift. Fantastic. Or a gift to get a person that you really don't know what they would want, because who couldn't use something like this? But moving on. By the way, I have an alternative for you, not necessarily a dupe, that I think you'll like a lot. Here is Pottery Barn's holiday quilt that is impossible to duplicate. I cannot find one like this anywhere. And you can see with the intricate detail on the quilt and the shams, gosh, it's a lot of hard work that the artisans put into this, and it's worth a lot more money than what they're charging. This isn't my favorite one of the bunch, but if you are into the high quality of quilting, then this would be a great option for you. But like I said, if you want something that is unduplicated at the moment, this is the one to get. Now the shams and the quilts are sold separately. They're such beautiful items. And then you've got the fun other side that has writing on it. I think I'm very tired of things that have writing on them at this point, but that's just the fault of people putting way too much of that product out and making us tired of it. So like I said, this isn't my favorite, but it really is the perfect example of very high quality quilting. So if you wanted something like this, you're not going to get it anywhere else now anyway. I'm sure they'll duplicate it eventually. This quilt called the Lucille is considered a holiday quilt for Pottery Barn, but it doesn't have the holiday theme on it, just the color. Now, this looks to me a little bit like French countryside or something a bit Tuscan, and it is very busy, but I'm just going to say, it is a beautiful piece, just fabulous. It looks weird in a room that's all white, if you ask me, and you'd have to put up some red art with red in it, or art with the mustard yellow. So this is like a very distinct choice. It's something that you really have to be intentional about choosing. But if this works for you and you're doing a lot of pattern, it is a very nice piece. I'm sure that I could find dupes for this for you, and I'm sorry that I didn't because I don't love this item. But I still wanted to feature it because if you don't like the holiday kind of imagery, maybe this would work for you a bit better. I am in love with this new Pottery Barn sheet set, and this is another item that they are considering a holiday item. Now, it looks more Thanksgiving-ish to me with the brown and the black, gray. It looks like there might be a muted green in there, but maybe not. It's my eyes deceiving me. But I love this, and that's because I am a woman who is mad for plaid. I just love plaid things. This doesn't go with my personal decor, but if you do have modern farmhouse, or if in your home you're choosing very earthy colors and you're not going to have the bright reds and greens in your holiday decor, I could see where this would work for you really well. But I do have a dupe for you, and I think in my video what I'm going to do is now take a step toward all dupes and things that I prefer for the holiday season than what you've seen so far. Not that I don't love all of the items except for that last quilt bedding that I showed you, the very last one. But everything else I would recommend, and I think they're worth the price. It's just if you don't have the budget, let's dive into some really wonderful dupes, starting with one for these sheets. I found a really fun alternative for the Pottery Barn sheets if you don't have that budget. It's from Target. The brand is South Shore Fine Living, and they actually have a comforter set as opposed to the sheets. And I thought if you really want to show off this plaid, then this would be a wonderful item for you. And the price is just unbeatable. So the queen is $39.99 and the king is $44.99. You're getting the two shams and the comforter. And it's not a duvet cover, it is a comforter for these prices. You might want to break this up a bit with, say, a dark gray bed throw, or maybe sheets that are a different shade with camel or linen, and then doing a linen bed throw, maybe extra shams in the background in linen, just to break it up a bit, or with gray, like I said. And that would be a really nice coordinated look. I just absolutely love this. It was hard to choose what I might want to buy from all of my finds in this, I have to be honest with you. And if you ever feel like, gosh, I keep looking at your items and I can't keep spending so much money, believe me, I have the same feeling that you do. But it is really fun shopping with me, isn't it? I really enjoy making these for you, and I hope you're enjoying it. I would assume so if you're watching it. Now, I will can it, and let's move on to the next item. I have discovered this really beautiful mountain toile flannel printed 3-piece duvet set at Target. So they did make a mistake on the pricing. I love you, Target, and thank you for making this mistake. I love you even more. If you have a king size bed, then you'll get a bargain here at $53.99. I think they're supposed to be opposite, where the queen is the cheaper. So if you have a king bed and you like this set, you're going to make out on this deal if you're buying the red. They also have other colors. The blue is also a bargain, I believe, and then the black is the normal pricing, probably the way it was meant to be. So if you have a navy blue room, this is finally an alternative to plaid holiday bedding for you, and a really pretty choice. I just love this, and it's 100% cotton, and you're getting the 3 pieces. So excellent pricing. Thank you, Target. In my search to find a dupe for the Pottery Barn more casual looking holiday dishware, I found this one. I wouldn't call this a dupe because it does look different, but it has a similar look in the fact that it does have a lot of detail on it. It has the same colors. These red handles and rims make it a lot different, but I love this pattern. I think it's so elegant. I love every piece on this. So that's what's different too from the Pottery Barn item. I think each of these pieces hold their own, the bowls, the mugs, and the salad plate and the dinnerware. And they look great together. It's not too much, if you know what I mean. And the price is just right. And I hope you'll agree. Now, I think you are going to absolutely love the next item. So let's get to it. Now, I haven't shown you this one because it's not new for this year, the Pottery Barn version. It's the Winter Dreams quilt. This was, I even called it the quilt of my dreams last year when it came out at the holidays. But I have a dupe for you. See, it takes a little time for makers to come up with something that looks just like a Pottery Barn item. This one I showed you last year in a throw version, but I imagine the same maker just made it bigger, and I'm so glad they did because you could save a lot of money and get that wonderful look of the Winter Dreams quilt from Pottery Barn with this savings. So I hope you appreciate this one and like it. If only we could have found this last year. But in my next item, I have another Christmas tree quilt for you by the brand Spode, and I can't wait to show it to you. So hold, please. You know Spode for their dishware, but they took a beautiful dishware pattern and put it on bedding. There's a duvet and a quilt, and you can find them at Wayfair and through my tags. But this is another situation where the king is a steal compared to the queen size. I think people are making mistakes, as I mentioned before, because we're rushing to get the holiday items out. Well, you can benefit from that and get a king bedding set for $65-ish. So that is one that I thought I had to share just because it's got the Christmas tree theme. It's a bargain, and it's from Spode. Here's an alternative to Pottery Barn's adorable reindeer slippers. $39.50 wasn't a bad price for those, but if you wanted to save a few dollars, Target has a version from Deer Foams, and they're a well-known name for slippers, so they should be a nice quality. I also love the color of this. It's so cozy looking. The design is cozy too, but I love that camel color. So for women, it's $19.99, and for men, $21. There is a child's version too, and I think it was similar in price. I'm sorry I didn't share the price for that. But these were available last year and are still available, so they're on sale, and that's why the prices are so good. We can count on Pottery Barn to have the Stuart plaid in a lot of items at the holidays, and they have several versions of Stuart plaid bedding. I love the pattern. It is just lovely. So They do have a version that has Sherpa underneath, and I found a beautiful dupe for it at Walmart. It's their Mainstays brand, which we know very well, and this is a 3-piece comforter set at such a good price. I really couldn't believe it. You don't understand how excited I get for you when I find bargains, but the queen is $34.74, and then the king is $39.74. That is wonderful pricing for bedding, whether it's holiday or not, but I think this one is particularly special, and I hope you agree. Now here's another little fun surprise. We have a quilt, and by the way, this is just the quilt, not the other accessories you're seeing there. But it's double-sided, so you're getting a white Stort plaid on one side and then the Scotch plaid on the opposite. So 2 pieces of bedding for one, so you can switch it up throughout the holiday season. And then another surprise is you could alternatively select the white plaid with a green background. So we have both options, and they'll both be available through the same link. But I thought that was a very good value because you're getting double the fun there. Now I have something else extremely special for you. So here we go. I'm going to refer to this one as a dupe, but it's much more special than offering you a dupe. At Macy's, I found an 8-piece comforter set for $100. And it's $100 no matter the queen size or king size, another silly pricing thing. But you're getting the fitted sheet, the flat sheet, a bed skirt, 2 pillow shams, and the comforter. And when you see it with the green background, I don't know if you would remember a detail like this, but in the movie Home Alone, in their attic where Kevin gets forgotten, the comforter in there is a very traditional, just plain green look, and I think there are some red accents, so that reminded me of that. Don't forget your children if you go on vacation for the holidays. Ugh, why do I speak nonsense? Anyway, what a good deal. Thank you, Macy's. Let me start by saying, in terms of my dupes, this one isn't my best work. However, I did want to share it because it's got a lot of really fun themes on it. If you like plaid, it has that. It has the bright red and green like the Pottery Barn fun quilts do for the holidays. And it just has a lot of silly and very holiday-ish themed things going on it. So if you want to just be wild and crazy Christmassy, this would be a great one for you. But one of the reasons why I really did want to share it is those prices are fantastic. So for the queen and the king, you're getting a great bargain. So if you wanted to add a little holiday spice and fun in there, this is a little set for you. I'm sharing this set because I feel like it's a design find. I think it's cool that it looks so modern and classic at the same time. I love a Fair Isle pattern, but I also like the idea that it comes in a tote bag. So this would make such a cute gift. The tote bag, if you want to just buy your bedding and then use that throughout the holiday season when you're carting gifts around or treats, how nice. But also, if you're headed to someone's home and you feel the bedding is questionable and you want to bring your own bedding and in your little tote, then you could. And the only reason I'm saying that is because of a show called Gavin and Stacey. If you haven't seen it, you should, because it's hilarious. If you ever need a laugh, go ahead. But there's a character that brings her own towels because she finds the people's towels questionable. It's really funny. Anyway, I'm not suggesting you buy it for that reason. This is just a really wonderful set. And I like the pillow that's shaped like the dog. That's very Pottery Barn, isn't it? But these are really good deals for a lot of pieces. And I just love the tote bag. On Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel, this was just the beginning of the 2024 holiday season, and I'm very excited to show you all of the new things that we have in store for a festive time at the end of this year. So, if you liked anything that you saw, if you wouldn't mind purchasing it using our links, and I want to thank you for being here. Please join me next Saturday for our new video at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.